In this video, we're going to have a look to see how we can make conditional Gutenberg blocks. So what I mean by that is that this content will only display based on a condition set in Oxygen. So this is our Gutenberg block, and if I head over into the page editor, you'll see that it has some dynamic content that pulls through, and I only want this to be visible certain days of the month. I'm going to head back now to the snippet that's been written. So in the snippet, all we do is we're saying check today's day, just get the day value and return that value. So we don't need the whole date, we just need to know the day. Then what I'm going to do is copy the name of the function, and now I'm going to head over into Oxygen and we're going to apply that function. So I'm going to head over here to that section and head over to set a condition, add the first condition, and in this case it's going to be dynamic data, and that's the get today's day, insert. Now you can also use the date function inside of Oxygen. So just to show you how this works with the function, so here we've said that if the day is less than or equal to 5, then show the content. Now the day is greater than 5, so when I refresh my block now, it will disappear. So the block is gone, and let's just see how that looks inside the editor. Right, so you'll see that the block also disappears inside Gutenberg Blocks. It's not visible anywhere. So nobody will even know that that content exists. If I go to the list view, you will see this is the name of that element. It's right at the top. So it is in the list, but it's not visible for editing, and as it's a dynamic piece of content, there's nothing to edit. But in a case of one of these elements where you might want to edit something but you don't want it visible on the front end, that's not possible. If the condition is set not to display, then it doesn't display anywhere. So now I'm going to go back to my front end, and what I'm going to do now is just change that condition, and we're just going to say greater or equal to 5. So that includes today, and now when I refresh, you will see that that content is visible. So in this example, you'll also see now that when it comes to the editing page that it's available for editing. Right, so there's that dynamic block again. So if it's visible in the back end, it's visible on the front end. If it's not visible in the back end, it's also not visible on the front end. So in this particular example, we just returned a value from a snippet, but when it comes to the date, you don't have to have a function. You can, of course, just set condition, date, and is before or is after a specific date. So in this case, it could be 01, 05, 22. So if it is before, then it will show. So in this case, it'll be hidden. So refresh, and it's hidden. Or back here, and we'll just change that condition here is after, and now the block will be back. So that's how you can set conditions to your Gutenberg blocks and have them be visible or invisible based on that condition. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.